All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back for another trading recap. I'm going to put on the glasses to make it official. Here we are finishing up small green, $91.95. Small green day. However, nothing really happened, in the market that was in my wheelhouse. No stocks were popping up that was my wheelhouse is under 10 or 20 million float. Stock with a float under 10 or 20 million with a catalyst, preferably with a catalyst. Sometimes it'll trade without a catalyst if there's just high relative volume, and that last attribute needs to be high relative volume on the day. So high demand, high volume, and a low supply, which is the stock float. And we didn't really have that. SRG and CLVS were the best of the day. And those both SRG had a 43 million shares outstanding. I don't know. I think the float must be around. Actually, let me pull up the float here. FinViz. I do not remember the float off the top of my head. 36 million. So out of my wheelhouse. CLVS I know is much bigger than that. Yeah, so 138 outstanding. 138 million share outstanding. So that's nothing really in my wheelhouse. So what I tried to do today was just take some scalps on the highest volume, the volume leading stocks of the day, which were CLVS and SRG, and trying to at least have some sort of small green day. And that's what I did today. So, I mean, I can't really complain. $91, that's a small green day. It's better than being red. It's better than being zero. So, and I'm finishing with five green days now in a row. Three of those which are smaller, much smaller green days, but still, 5 green days in a row. The thing about these small green days is like this market isn't really given the opportunity as it was much, in 2021. And I just have to adapt right now. And part of my adapting is sizing down, and my trades are not, I'm not holding as long, and I'm not being aggressive. And I think that's across the board with like every trader. Everyone is like not adding aggressively high size, trying to get bigger and bigger positions on the leading gappers. And so these stocks are not moving as high, and the breakouts are a lot more false breakouts, and just overall a lot less volume and volatility. And so it just leads to every other trader following suit, like not being as aggressive. And then you end up like a market like this where every breakout you're like really on edge, whether if it's just going to reverse on you. So that's why my strategy has really adapted to being much more quick to take my profits, and that also correlates to me not being able to take that bigger position size and add into winners, because I need to take my profits quick or else I won't be green. Today could have been an easy day for me, like being red, because none of these stocks were giving me opportunity. So I'm definitely happy to be green for sure. I had one solid green day on Tuesday. That was a really good day. I remember having one or two solid winners. But overall, this week we had maybe a handful of opportunities to be green. Otherwise, you were trying to scalp and try to get, milk out whatever you can. And so, yeah, you just have to, anybody out there who is kind of in my position, who is, going sideways or kind of grinding up small or not really as strong going up in your P&L as you were, remember, like, this market is the test of whether or not you're a successful trader. If you cannot manage your risk effectively, if you cannot at least keep your P&L sideways or small up, or at least, your drawdowns are not big, then this is a great sign that you're going to be successful when the market does heat back up, because this is the test of traders. People are dropping out right now this year. I'm sure traders who started in 2020, they're dropping out at 2022 because they're looking at this market saying like, what the hell am I doing with my life? I'm waking up, I can barely make money, I got to go find a job, or what, I'm just going to start sleeping in. And they stop trading, or they barely even barely trade at all. But the people who continually show up and are able to trade through this on a daily basis, they're going to learn how to, obviously in this market, being able to trade through this market and stay somewhat profitable, or at least managing your risk effectively, that is going to really level up your risk management skills. And then when the hot market comes back around, you're going to be having that much more confidence when those stocks will have a huge, you have that huge maybe 100% gap or pre-market. Does a quick dip and rip, red to green, through the high, another 100% move, and you're going to be like, holy shit, this is my bread and butter. I remember seeing this all day in 2020, all year 2021, and it's coming back, and I'm ready to add on that red to green, add again on micro pullback, add again on the break of the high, pre-market high, and ride that baby up 50, 100%. Those are the days that I'm waiting for to come back, and I know they're going to come back. And I just, anybody out there who's getting a little bit discouraged, those days will come back, and you just have to trust it. And those, when you're trading through this, you're going to have the skills necessary to really capitalize on those opportunities, and you're going to be at an extremely much bigger level of trading, share size and confidence level, than when you were in 2021. So just trade through this market right now. Continually show up. Try, your goal should just be to get green. It shouldn't be to have a 10% day, because that's unrealistic in this market. And if you're trying to do that, there's a high chance that you're going to take a huge, massive loss. And in this market, you might not be able to make that back on the next trade or the next day or the next maybe couple days. So you don't want to be in a position where you're now giving back such a big profit, because there's not enough opportunity to make it back relatively quickly. And so that's going to really throw a wrench in your confidence, and then you're going to feel like you have to revenge trade in this market. You don't want to be revenge trading. In a hotter market, definitely take bigger risks. It makes more sense, because if you do take a bigger loss in a very volatile market, tomorrow there's going to be another 100, 200% gapper, and then you can make it back and more. So right now for me, how I'm seeing it is sizing down, just focus on getting green, trying to manage my risk, and that's a huge test of my discipline and huge test of my risk management. And if I can just get green and be profitable by the end of the month and hit my minimum monthly goals, I am super happy, because I know when that market comes back around, I am going to be ready for it. Everything is going to be in place. My risk management, my confidence, and when I see those parabolic moves coming back through and holding their highs and running another 50, 100%, I am going to be riding that wave, and I'm going to have no regrets not trading through this type of market. So that's sort of my pep talk going forward. I don't know, if that resonated with you. Do hit that like button. Show me some support. If you're not already a subscriber, subscribe. I do these daily recaps every day, Monday through Friday. So let's jump into these trades. I don't want to make this recap so long, so I'm going to try to run through these. So USEA had a gap up after yesterday's huge run. So you see a bunch of shorts are in this level. If I was short, I'm putting a stop here at 8.6, 8.8, trying to ride this puppy back down. And then overnight, they got squeezed out. And you did have a nice move through 950. I did get my starter in here at 921, looking for the break through the high. I wanted to add, but it was still very light volume, so I didn't know if there would be a bigger dip. And then, so this first candle was 46,000 shares, and then 72,000 shares, so not the most volume. So that's just also a sign, there may not be a lot of momentum, continuing forward. USDA would be a stock, could go 10, 20, 30. The sky's the limit. It's a recent IPO. So, but the market has just been so weak. It's just the low volume. So, I looked for a bigger dip here since it was lighter volume. I didn't want to take too much risk, adding up into this resistance level at 949 resistance, previous high, because there's been times where, because of these light volume gappers, they reject that level and they have a huge flush on light volume, and it's hard to get out because the spreads are much bigger, and because there's such a light volume. So I held out from the ad and just took it off for a quick 30 cent gain. So that was pretty solid, I guess, percentage wise. Here I went for a quick scalp, 1 micro pullback. Here again, went for a pullback, 10 cents there, a couple cents there on the 90 MA reclaim. Didn't have any continuation. Then I went back in here at the break of 10, looking for a breakthrough 10.12. In a hot market, that probably would have been different. It probably would have held this level, had a quick pullback and ripped through 10.12, but had a pretty big rejection, 30-cent loss. Only 50 shares though, very small size. Here again, broke back over to 90 MA. I thought we'd see that ABCD pattern up back over to 10.12, but no bueno, didn't happen. Here again, quick, actually I took a 20-cent loss. What the heck? So here, oh, okay, I bought pretty high up here. It got shaken out pretty good there on that candle. That was a wicked candle. It's just been so choppy on USEA. Then at the open, just took a massive dump. So that was USEA. Then I jumped over at SRG. All right, SRG, I traded this a lot. Just taking a bunch of scalps. Here I took the dip, broke back over to VWAP. I took a dip here for support on VWAP. I thought this would hold and run back through 960s. But then just kept going backside, so I had to start taking my small losses. Then at the open here, again trying to. Here I got broke back down pretty weak here, so I did take a small loss there, and then trying to accumulate and buy off the lows here, scalping off the lows. Here I got a 9-cent winner. And then took the rest off for a small loss. It dipped down a little bit too much for my liking. I didn't know if it was going to go backside, but it did hold these lows. So no, since it's holding the lows, I was pretty confident, and I got back in at 338 for a breakback through VWAP, added back at 57. Sold at 950 and then added back at 57, but it didn't end up holding, and I did take a small loss in that last position. But I did get, for 300 shares, I got a nice 12-cent winner, maybe a little bit more. I think 14 cent. Let me see the sells on here. 54, and then 46. Then here we go. We got a dip again. 1 minute dip to 90 MA. A lot of support on the 90 MA and VWAP right here. Got back in at 41,000 shares. I guess I got shaken out there. And then I added back again at 60, and then I still had a red trade. I don't know what happened there, but this is probably why it would be useful to record my screen, but I just don't have the processing power to have that running. It does make my orders lag a little bit. Because sometimes, I don't really know what I was doing in this candle, because all of these different fills, I don't know if there were separate trades, or, I don't know what happened. And here again, 72, small scalp there, nothing significant. Here again, curled back up. I thought we could potentially see a quick move, but, just didn't have that float to kind of do that type of move. So I did end up getting a bunch of break even down here. Then it curled back up. It held this low, so higher low, kind of holding these lows here. Now we're looking for a break back over the 60 area here, and then now a move through 75. And I remember seeing it down here, and here's a 5-cent winner, a quick scalp through 60, 2-cent winner. Here I got faked out. Then you finally had that move through 775, which was a nice 20-cent win. But see, the range here is so small. Like this is a huge candle for this stock. Only 2%. The range in here is like less than 1% on these candles. So it's not really my kind of action. It's very grindy. Yeah, here's just a bunch of I'm trying to scalp the lows, trying to get a quick pop here and there. And I think at the end of the day, all this added up to a $30 winner. I think that's really what happened. And here you got that huge pop through the high, but it did end up, not keeping that rate of change. Then I started scalping off the lows here on the backside. Strangely, I'm quite profitable. I'm still profitable trading these lows off the backside for some reason. And then here again, scalping here through the highs. This was not a bad move, actually. That was a 5% move. That was probably the biggest move of the day for power hour. Biggest move there, but didn't capitalize on it. Here again, a couple cent winner on these scalps off the lows, trying to, get support. Kind of reading the tape, looking to when this either sellers get real thin or the buyers get thick. And then I add looking for a quick pop and then I just sell it. So that's kind of what I've been doing here all day, and adds up to a $91 winner. So that was SRG. So, and then we had FFIE. FFIE. I think I was red on this FFIE, up $10. So again, scalping off the low here, 1 cent winner there, 3 cent winner there. Scalping off the lows here at 53, so 1 cent, 593, 1 cent winner there. CLVS, huge float, not really in my wheelhouse. Again, scalping. We did end up getting a good pop through 3. But I did, here I had 250 shares at 299.95. I was trying to get this breakthrough for 3. That's what I was trying to do here. I got faked out a couple times. But then I did add and hold for that breakthrough 3. Added at 302, sold at 303. Tried to get on a quick pullback here at 308, looking for a breakthrough 310. Got it to sell at 311, so a 3 cent winner, 500 shares. Here is a dip on the reclaim of the 9 EMA. Adding, looking for a breakthrough now, 318, maybe a run up to 320s. That's what I was looking for, but took that off for about, small winner, break even. And then we had ADTX. I traded this. I don't remember this one. Oh, penny stock. So here's just quick scalp here up to 28. Wasn't really trying to hold through a breakout. Penny stocks ain't really into my wheelhouse either. Here again, off the lows here at 30, got my entry, and 32, but did end up shaking myself out there for about break even. So at the end of the day, a bunch of small winners, $10, $11, $10, $31, $28. At the end of the day, adds up to $91. That's all good. Staying green in a market like that is a success. It really is. So anybody out there who's, struggling to have huge winners like they were last year or earlier in the year, just remember that this market is a true test of your trading skills. If you can stay, going sideways or not having a huge drawdown or, staying, grinding up in your P&L, that is a huge sign for success. You cannot keep what I tend to do, and a lot of other people tend to do, is they assign their performance as a trader or their overall skill level of a trader to their P&L, and that doesn't always go up. It's always you're just gonna have dips, you're gonna have pullbacks, you're gonna have slow markets like this, and this is a true test of whether this is the test of your skills is in a market like this. So just remember that, and I'll be back next week for some more trading recaps. I do this every day, Monday through Friday. If you're still watching here, obviously you got some sort of value out of the video, I hope. So do hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Also in the description, I do have a link to the Discord channel where me and a bunch of other traders chat every day. There's usually somebody in there trading all the time, so give that check that out. Feel free to join the server. A lot of awesome traders there. Also, I do have a link to tradejournal.co, which is a platform, an online platform to log your trades, which is completely free. So, unlimited trades you can log completely free. It's relatively straightforward and easy to upload. So, give that a look. If you're a beginner trader, not looking to spend money on TraderView or any of the paid platforms to log your trades. There are free options, and Trade Journal, I think, is the best free option right now. So also give that a look. And that's it. So, and in the future, I will be doing one-on-one personal mentorship through Trade Journal. So also keep a lookout for that. That'll be in the near future. So yeah, I'll be back next week. Hopefully, we do get some better action this week. Not the best, not the best, but if you can stay green, that's a really good sign that you're doing really well. So that's it, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, have a good weekend. Peace.